Yep, we're here with assistant coach Matt Nicholson. Matt, you guys hit the road this weekend for some non-conference play. You take on Alabama Huntsville, who you guys used to play all the time in the CHA. Talk a little bit about playing your old conference rival.
Well, I mean, it's a team we know very well. Obviously, last year in the CHA, we must have played them probably, upwards of close to 10 times. So they're a hard-working team. Today we went over some of their systems. They, on the flip side too, they know what we run too. So it's just, trying to make sure the guys are aware for a lot of different options. A new coach in there, Chris Luongo, this year. I'm sure there's going to be some similarities, but when there's a coaching change, usually they have their own little wrinkles. So it'll be nice to get out of the snow and get down there in the warmer weather, but it'll be a tough game because they always play us hard.
Now, is there some sort of a little bit of a revenge factor as they shut you guys out in the CHA tournament last year and then went on to the NCAA tournament where they lost to a team that you beat in Miami of Ohio? Is there any kind of a little bit of a rivalry still there?
Well, for sure, I think there is. Even though they're independent, we're in a different conference. It has been a great rivalry the last couple of years and historically too. So that was something that really stung because it was a 1-0 game last year. They had a great goaltender that Cameron Talbot that signed with the Rangers. So he was probably the primary cause because we played pretty well. But for ourselves, going down there trying to take care of our own business, continue on the little one-game winning streak that we have against Bentley, I really feel that if we play to our potential these two games in Huntsville and not to get ahead of ourselves with Colgate at home, I think we could end on the Christmas break with 4 good wins.
Now, you guys have shown a lot of resiliency this year. The team has trailed in at least one game every weekend, but you guys have managed to come back, tie, force overtime. Overtime hasn't been the best for you guys this year, but you have been able to force it. Talk a little bit about the resiliency of this team to be able to come back. You guys have scored 16 goals in the final 10 minutes of regulation after only scoring 18 all of last season.
Yeah. That's one of the differences for sure this year. I think it's returning 23 or 26 guys. We didn't change a lot systems-wise. But then one of the things too is I think the maturity level of our junior class. Those guys all took a step in their games and just off the ice, on the ice, and we always talk about professionalism and preparing every day. And I think that's the biggest factor. And with along that, and we're getting production from starting now from different areas. Guys have confidence, and with that confidence that maybe we were lacking last year, now we know we can dig deep and come back. Ideally, we don't want to be in that spot, as you said, but we know this year we can do it if we have to.
One of the biggest things about the play this year has been the third period production. Not only goals-wise, but shutting them down on the defensive end. Brooks Ostergaard has only allowed 6 goals all season in the third period, and he's only allowed 2 in the last 9 games. And talk a little bit about his play as well as the team's play in the third period.
Right. Well, Brooksy's played unbelievable for us, and I think we saw that at times last year. He would stand on his head and keep us in games. Miami, obviously, the sweep there comes to mind. And, same thing, just as I spoke about the juniors, and other guys, too, taking steps. He worked hard in the summer, and he's been on his game. He's been more consistent practice player, too, with his work habits. And I think that really does translate into the game. And in his record and our record as a team shows. So goaltending's so important. It can, win you games and lose you games. And fortunately for us, we're winning them this year.
All right, Matt Nicholson, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jeff.